Hey guys, it's Christmas Eve here at the time of recording, and you know, I am a big proponent of spreading Christmas cheer. Um, I made this deck because I had to think about what Christmas meant to me. What Christmas means to me is spending a lot of time with your friends and family, uh, giving gifts, exchanging gifts, just really harnessing that feel good passion we all have for one another for at least a sliver of time once a year. For that reason, I think I have made the perfect holiday deck. We have gifts to give in the form of giving our opponent back their own cards. Card advantage is important, and we are giving that to some lucky people today. We have the full set of Fading Hope, a lot of gifts. A full set of Divide by Zero, a lot of gifts. We have a full set of Divine Purge, which is a new one from Alchemy. Exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 3 or less. They perpetually gain. This spell costs 2 more to cast, and this permanent enters the battlefield tapped. For as long as each of them remain exiled, its owner may play it. Once again, just the gift that keeps on giving, right? You can have your stuff. You can play it again. It's good. It's fine. We have Liar. Why? Because we can recast all of our gift-giving spells. It's a no-brainer. Hullbreaker, obviously, same deal. Whenever I cast a spell, I can give you gifts again. Discover the Formula is a new one as well. Very powerful card. Basically, it makes you can seek 3 non-land cards, which means drawing 3 cards from your deck at random. But they are non-land cards, so you're guaranteed to hit something other than a land. It could be your Hullbreaker. It also reduces the cost of everything by 1. Everything in your hand by 1 after the seek takes place. So it's really good if you have a full hand of spells that you want to reduce at the time. But it's also good even if you have none. It's going to draw 3 non-land cards, so those are at least going to be reduced in cost. Yeah, and following with the Christmas spirit here, um, basically spending a lot of time with the people I love and care about. I mean, I really care about the Magic the Gathering community, and so I want to spend as much time as possible with all of you. All of you on the arena. Just hoping for a nice day on Christmas Eve, you know, and we're going to give it to you. So essentially, that's the deck. I'm sure you've seen it before. It is the Azorius Control shell. As far as the sideboard goes, pretty normal. Got Environmental Sciences, Teaching of the Archaics, Introduction to Annihilation, which is way too fucking expensive and never gets used, but it's a backup, right? It's there just in case. And of course, we got the Mascot Exhibition. We were able to run 1 Field of Ruin. This deck is really intensive on white mana. I think you need something like 18 white sources to reliably cast your Divine Purge. So you can't really, maybe you could squeeze in 2, but then you'd have to start picking away at your Emerius Call and your Jwari Disruption. And they're already at a measly 2 each. So I decided to run it like this. 1 Field of Ruin seems fine. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the deck. Is this deck competitive? Hell yes. It's very competitive. The only complaint I have with the deck is when you run it, when you get into the control mirror, as you'll see, one of our matches is also against an Azorius deck attempting to harness the Christmas spirit. It's just you want to pull your hair out, man. Control mirrors are terrible in my opinion. You should feel bad if you like them. You should feel bad about yourself. Not on Christmas. Wait until after Christmas and then feel bad about yourself. Okay, let's get into the games. Happy holidays. Time to spread cheer and good fortune to everyone we meet. Happy holidays, opponent. Let's get to know one another. Looks okay. I mean, Divine Purge will keep us in it for a little while at least. Geist Channeler would be nice to soften the blow on this 6 mana card here. I believe in Christmas miracles, so I'll draw one. I'll draw one for sure. Okay, looks like it might be Mono Black Sacrifice. Divine Purge is fairly good against that. We can draw our one of Field of Ruin for the Hive. Manlands can be a bit of a bitch. And we'll just pass. We'll say, how was your day? Good. He might think we have Jwari here and not do his Deadly Dispute, but he might go for it anyway. He does go for it. So we could Lolth this turn? Okay. Plays the Brushstroke. Divine Purge would send back all of his treasures and his blood token. Well... Purge would be decent here. We might be able to do better, though. I think we get greedy. Seems okay to me. I mean, not greedy. That's not in the Christmas spirit. We give our opponent more time. The gift of more time. What would we like to do here? We would like to draw into more land. So let's see if we can find one. See if we can find some land here. 5/0, not land. Well, you can use the Jwari, of course, but I prefer not to. Okay, looks like we're forced to use the Jwari here. We'll hold up on the Divide by Zero. We're not in any rush. He's not putting on much pressure. He's gonna loot. Loots the blood on the snow. Pretty smart. Oh, look, he's a Christmas themed deck too. We can divide here and get an environmental sciences. I think that's the play. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. So we would have a Chumper on the ground. We would take 2 damage, but we're healing that. And we would also lessen the cost of our Discover the Formula. Also, if you Divine Purge with Geist Channeler on the board, it's actually not that bad for you. We're definitely doing the environmental sciences. We need lands here. I'll get another blue. Yeah, we're gonna Geist Channeler here. We're okay with taking a couple damage. Probably be Divine Purging next turn. See if he commits more to the board. Looks like he's having trouble finding lands as well, but his curve is much lower than ours. Although he is running Blood on the Snow. Okay, so we found a Liar, which is fantastic. Fortunately, we can't draw into lands with this. Otherwise, I might consider using it. Is it worth it to Divine Purge? Are we under that much threat? Hard to say. Pretty juicy hand to reduce the cost of everything. Reduces the cost of Hullbreaker, Liar. And we may get a Fading Hope. I guess we're taking more damage here. So I might have a sacrifice spell here. Oh, Infernal Grasp, okay. Another Divine Purge, that's good. Let's see what happens. We're in a bit of a dangerous spot. This deck can produce some good burst damage. Has the Deadly Dispute. 13 life. So we have to purge here. He'll probably sack the blood token in response. If he doesn't do it this turn. Okay, that actually avoids Divine Purge, which is a pain in the ass, isn't it? Well, we could also Liar. We do have a Fading Hope in the bin, so we could Liar and Fateful Absence. Good Environmental Sciences for another blue, which kind of sucks. And hold up the Fading Hope. Or we could Fateful Absence the Blood Artist. Take our 1 damage. You'll be doing 4 damage next turn, which sucks. He has 6 damage on board. It's close. It's a close one. Okay, he chooses to activate. It's very good for us. Means he does not have removal for the Liar. Take our land. Now he's also forfeiting these blood tokens because we will Divine Purge next turn. And he won't be able to use them. We got another white, which is good. What are we doing here? We can Divine Purge. Next turn, when he swings in with this, we do have a Fateful Absence. Seems decent. I think we have to Divine Purge here. Now, we do need to get rid of this bat. We can postpone it for a bit. We do have Environmental Sciences. We can obviously bounce it back to his hand, but that's kind of crap. Let's find another white. We have a Divide by 0, so we can knock something back. Yeah, leave up a Divide by 0 and a Fateful Absence. I think we can Fateful Absence the land and Divide by 0 the bat if he chooses to activate that. Could also protect the Liar with the Divide by 0. Plays out the Shambling Ghast. So I think we're killing this bat this turn. Yeah. Another question is, do we want him to stop? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. He has 4 cards in hand, so we'll get another Environmental Sciences. Now, are we Hullbreaker Horror next turn? We can Hullbreaker Horror. And Divide by 0. That might be the play. We can't return the Hive of the Eye Tyrant, but we can double block it. So yeah. I think that's what we're doing. I think it's horror time. This guy is all about the Christmas spirit, I think. A literal bastion of goodwill, this card. Okay. It's going to activate. He doesn't want his gift. Opponent confirmed the Grinch. Merry Christmas, friend. Okay. Just like Santa Claus, we will continue our crusade, going from home to home and spreading joy. What do we have now? Okay. Bit shy on blue land. We might have to play this for 2 white because of Divine Purge. I think it's a hand we're willing to take, though. We'll play the Amirius Call, tapped. Life gain decks. The other very, very generous deck that likes to spend a lot of time with you. Okay. It's the clash of the Christmas Titans here. I wonder if it's possible that life gain actually decks you before you kill them because they're allowed to gain so much life in a control matchup. I don't know. I don't usually play control for the simple fact that I like piloting control, but I don't like the control mirror. So yeah, the control mirror can be pretty toxic. I mean, yeah, we need to take our blue mana, right? I don't know that we want to revitalize. It's so good to keep it back for the Hullbreaker. So are we Divine Purge next turn, or are we Doomscar next turn? I guess we Divine Purge. After all, Doomscar might just make him quit. And we want to spend as much time as possible with him, right? Yeah. Yes. This card is just straight busted. Fading Hope's also really good to hold back for Hullbreaker, but we can deprive him of an entire turn. We can also scry for another land. Decent. So I think we may be revitalizing at the end of this turn. We do need to draw into some of our stuff. We can't have our guest stay too long, or he will find a way to kill us. Another land. Can't complain too much about that. Okay, we have a liar. That is pretty damn good. I guess we can take this opportunity. We'll Field of Ruin the Frost Dragon that he has over there. Could definitely use one of our card draw spells, but we also need another blue, so we can Fading Hope the Liar to protect it. Okay, he's gonna 4 mana Impassioned Orator. We're okay with this. He has a long climb. So we'll fetch a blue here. And we have the Doomscar on reserve for when he actually does play all this back out. So we're looking pretty good, but we do need to draw some stuff. Do we start the Liar train here? Try and draw out... Oh, he's running green. I didn't even notice. That's it's kind of crazy. If Liar doesn't get picked off, we can start using the Revitalize. We can Divine Purge again. But I think what we're doing is trying to bait out the removal. So I think we're okay playing the Liar here. We'll try and bait out the removal. We bait out the concession instead. Oops! Friend, I didn't mean you had to leave so early. God damn it. I always do this. Merry Christmas! You know, it's pretty funny that we made this deck to have, you know, prolonged experience with our peers. And, all the games have been relatively short. This hand is incredibly risky. But, in the spirit of giving, I think maybe we give our opponent a chance here. Oh no. Is this the control mirror? God, don't let it be so. Don't let it be so. Professor of Symbology, huh? It's a bit odd. I don't know what's running that. Unless he drops a black and he's running black, white, Lolth, and no, he's not running Blood on the Snow because he's got no snow lands. No idea what our opponent's playing. Hopefully not a control deck. We're not going to Fateful Absence this, I don't think. Okay. Looking like it might be a control deck. Professor of Symbology is an interesting inclusion. I don't know. You could go for a Doomscar here. Reduced memory, huh? I don't know. Unfortunately, he has 4 damage on the board, though. That is a severe pain in the ass. Bouncing these does us no good, that's for sure. Looks like we'll be forced to kill one. We're not going to bounce the other. We're slowly getting closer to our Discover the Formula. We do need to draw one more land, and we do want him to tap out, right? Fateful Absence is fucking bad in the mirror match, eh? It really it really sucks that I have no way to get rid of these stupid professors. I can't believe how in danger I am. We're gonna search for the land. Definitely don't need another one of those. Unfortunately, he could just be running Test of Talents and totally blow us out here. That would not be very festive of him, but it could happen. He's realizing we don't have any way in our hand to remove things. I don't think we can cast the Discover the Formula even if we do draw a land. He ditches a Jwari Disruption. Okay. Definitely need to draw lands next turn. He ditches 2 lands, which means he must have an overflow of fucking lands in his hand, right? To ditch lands in the mirror matchup. Cast the Discover the Formula. So this is our perfect opportunity if we get a land to do the same. That would be fantastic. Damn. That sucks. That is awful. Okay. Well, I mean, I considered that the right play there was actually just to concede and you know, see, don't tell me I'm not a genius. It was the right play. If you are against, you're in a control mirror, number one, the best thing you can do is just concede and save yourself the headache. But the second best thing you can do is see if maybe you can get the Leer out before him. But if you start missing land drops, cut it short. Cut it short. Merry Christmas. Looks like our opponent has the same idea as us, just spreading cheer. We'd like to avoid any future control mirrors. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice gift to us if Wizards would do that. Sponsorship could be good too, you know, if they want to go that route. Okay, this hand has very little interaction and nothing to do until, well, we can Geist Channeler turn 2 and Discover the Formula turn 4. We have 1 white. That's fairly bad. So let's run it. Let's see. It's an experiment. Opponent might have a shit hand too. You never know. Okay, he's an aggressive green deck. That's not good. We need to find another white land. Fortunately, discover the formula doesn't do that for us. Outland Liberator. Okay, that sucks because it's going to turn to night if we pass the turn. I don't think we want it to be night. So we're going to give him his little clue token. Green, black, red. Okay, we got a Jund werewolf deck here. If we draw white land, we'll be laughing. Tovlar comes down. I'm not going to let him draw any cards. We draw the white land. So the decision is between discover the formula main phase or Divine Purge to stop him from drawing cards. I think we're going to take away his clue and we're going to stop him from drawing cards here. He can't play the Tovlar again next turn. He could play the pup. Okay. Now he's removing this stuff from my graveyard, which sucks. That does suck. That does suck. Are we reducing this again and chump blocking? I had forgotten this actually comes down tapped. We're going to send the Tovlar back. Do we want to land? Do we want a land? Sure, we'll take it. We're close to being able to Hullbreaker because of the reduction on this. I thought I was chumping with this, but it comes in tap because of my own Divine Purge, which is a pain in the ass. Okay, so we're going to discover the formula so it does not turn to night. That's not a great draw. Not a great draw at all. No, definitely not attacking. That's way too generous. That's it's not good. So Liar is quickly becoming kind of useless, right? We can cast Amiria's Call next turn, which is pretty good. And just bounce back the Tovlar. Divide by 0 is not bad either. Okay. Yeah, we will Amiria's Call. We'll save the other one. Is he running Jund just for the Trespasser? Does he have Hand Hate as well? Hand Hate's pretty good. Trespasser is a world beater, man. He's great. Wonder if he has Go Blank here. He's definitely fucked over our graveyard pretty damn good. Yeah, he gets to pick at it again. Fortunately, I don't think he wants to swing here. Yeah, he doesn't want to swing. I'm gonna play this out as a land and play our other Amiria's Call. Start putting the beats to him. He didn't want to swing last turn, so I'm not sure that he has removal. Or at least he doesn't have 2 pieces of removal. He may have 1. I'm on a pretty decent clock here. We have lethal on board, so if he doesn't have 1 piece of removal, he's pretty fucked. I suspect he has 1 piece of removal, though. In which case, he's on a 2-turn clock. But okay, he chooses to let it go tonight. Well, I guess we make him have it, right? We can bounce this. He only has 1 more black. We're okay with this. Unless he has removal in red or green, he's pretty fucked here. I gift you your own card back, and good game. A Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. Okay. One more. Let's dodge that control mirror. Got a Revitalize, got a Divine Purge, a Fading Hope. I mean, seems like we're going to be spending a lot of time together, so we'll keep it. God damn it, no. Not like this. It's like I give and give and give, and what do I receive? Nothing. White black. If he's Esper, this could be a big problem. Oh, a tokens deck. It's pretty cool. Divine Purge basically functions as a Doomscar in this sense. So that's alright. I have not seen this deck, so I'm not really sure what he's doing. I would assume maybe he runs Edgar? If he's black-white? Not really sure. I don't think we need to worry about Divide by Zero, any of this stuff. The Divine Purge will take it all out, right? There's 3 damage next turn. I do have 2 Revitalize, though. So, I guess we're holding up the Divide by Zero and the 2 Revitalize. We'd like to hold the Revitalize for the Hullbreaker Horror, but we may use one of them at the end of his step here. Depending. If he goes to play Edgar, we'll probably Divide by Zero it. When he plays Sorin, yeah, that's another one we'll send back to his hand. He's got 5 cards. I guess we're going for... I mean, we could exile the Sorin. He might not play it if it's in our hand. We would really like to get an Environmental Sciences. But we also could... I mean, I don't know, man. The card's pretty crap, but... He's holding back 2? I'm not really... I don't understand. Attack with 2 or more creatures this turn, draw a card. Oh, so I see. I have not read this card at all. So he wants to create the tokens. He doesn't want to draw the card. I'm not sure. I think I would rather draw the card there, but what do I know? I'm a fucking pleb. We can get rid of these now. Okay, so he has another wedding announcement. They become 3/3s. Discover the formula. Yeah, are we taking 6 next turn? I think we're taking 6. Does this still give the ability to draw cards? No, it does not. Okay. Well, there's that. So if he attacks with both... If he attacks with both, he draws a card, which kind of sucks. But I think we need to discover the formula and get some... Okay, Doomscare's pretty good. Got another Discover the Formula as well, and a Liar. All of those are pretty fantastic. Wouldn't mind grabbing a Fateful Absence for the Sorin, if it is in the cards. So we can do this again on his turn. Or we can... Before Tell the Doomscar, it costs 2 mana to cast. We don't want him to keep drawing cards, but I'm not sure there's much we can do about it as well. We can cast the Liar and Divine Purge. That would probably be better next turn, because then we could Divine Purge and hold up a Fading Hope to protect Liar. So I think we're waiting for next turn to do that. We do discard a card if we don't cast something. What would we want to discard? Yeah, that's a rough one. Okay. We're going to Doomscar. I don't want to discard any of these cards, to be honest. I would very much like these cards in my hand.
My ways are not for the weak.
Okay, he's got a Lulth.
You could have such power.
You just get to draw a lot of cards. We don't have any answers to the Planeswalkers, unfortunately. We do, however, have... Oh, there's a Divine Purge, but we can do the Liar, Divine Purge, and hold up the Fading Hope. So I think that's pretty damn good. Okay, let's do that. Let's use the one in our graveyard in case Liar gets removed. Get some value out of her. He probably does have 2 pieces of removal here. Liar might be lost, which is exactly why we want to use the Divine Purge from the graveyard. He has an eye twitch. Definitely okay with that. Even eye twitch is... Okay, so we can force the sack, right? Fortunately, he gets to draw a lot of cards. He can ultimate next turn, which is just bonkers. But we do have a Divide by Zero in the bin. And we can cast it even if we bounce Liar back to hand.
The knowledge you seek.
Each player sacrifices a creature. Okay. Well, we're not going to sacrifice a creature. We do unfortunately need to bounce the Sorin here, right? So that leaves our Liar very exposed. He has a reduced to memory. We can bounce the Sorin with the Divide by Zero. And then we still have a Fading Hope. Five cards. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're taking the teachings here. We do still have Discover the Formula. See what he wants to do here. I don't think we could have let him use the Sorin ultimate, right? No, definitely not. Okay, so he has a Soul Shatter. He does a hefty amount of damage next turn, right? Divine Purge does nothing for us. I think we're saving the Liar anyways, if we can. He may have another instant speed removal spell. He does. Okay. So I think he's doing, what, 7 damage next turn?
Go on,
Which is a
run,
bit crazy.
but we will catch you.
He has gotten rid of the Liar. We have a Fading Hope for the Henrika. He's got 5 cards. Do we need to remove the Henrika, or can we Fading Hope it? Let's see. What do we want to do here? Well, we can kill the Lolth. We can hold up Fateful Absence for the Henrika here. I don't think it would have a protection spell. That would be a bit bonkers, right? Let's wait to see if he pumps it. We'll have to pump it twice, and that will waste his entire turn. Yeah, so we're definitely okay with bouncing this now. Then we can revitalize. Start to gain some life back. It's nice. We got a Geist Channeler. Yeah, that was a very good swing there. Nice waste of his time. We would like to search for Hullbreaker Horror. Okay, these Divine Purges aren't going to do much for us against Henrika or Sorin, really. I'd like to hold on to the Revitalize for the Hullbreaker Horror. I think we're passing, and we're going to cast Discover the Formula on his turn. That way we don't have to discard. Okay, we can't Jwari this. Divine Purge is very good against the tokens, though.
For they consume the weak. I will get what I want.
Is that his turn? It is. What do we get? Well, still no Hullbreaker. We have a lot of delay in our hand, though. So that's okay. We can Divine Purge and take out the Lolth again with the Hall. I think that's the play. Even if he has removal here, he can't get through the wards, so we're okay. We do need to discard next turn, right?
At least there is blood on your hands.
Which kind of sucks. So we play this as a land just to avoid the discard, right? Yeah. Yeah. 2 Lolths in the bin. He does have a Field of Ruin. So if he ever chooses to, he can forfeit a little bit of his turn and take out the Hall. Looks like he's leaving it open now. Okay, he has the Henrika. Divine Purge takes care of the 5/6. Then again, I probably just Fading Hope it. But am I removing the Sorin now? I think so. We have the mana. We have a lot of delay. Okay, he draws a card. We just need our big swingers, right? We'll keep that. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 5, 8, 9. So, can power this up for 6, and then I have 2 mana left over. I think that's okay. I think we swing then, right? 3 mana left over. Totally miscounted. Yep, I think this is fine. It's gonna transform. He's not pumping it. Okay. Do we divide by 0 here? What do we get out of the sideboard? Get a mascot exhibition. Yeah, mascot exhibition's decent. You know, they say around the holidays that suicide rates go way up. And I gotta tell you, playing this deck, I really can't understand why that would be the case. I'm just so full of joy. We holding back this Revitalize for the Hallbreaker? I think we are. We can bounce this. We can't swing in with our Hall next turn. That is one thing we cannot do. We play this. We can't play the Discover the Formula. We could play the Geist Channeler. Let's do it. Let's play the Geist Channeler. We have a lot of turn. We can deal with the Henrika over and over again if we want. Okay, now that's a 4. So we can divide by 0, Fading Hope, and discover formula all on his turn if we need to. I don't think we will need to do all of that. He's going to take the opportunity to take out the Hall, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Hullbreaker or Leer would be good. I'm assuming his hand is just full of removal, right? Hullbreaker would be fantastic. Gonna draw a card. No, you're gonna transform right away. Okay. Pass to blockers, see if he wants to pump. He does not want to pump. Okay. So we can cast this first, right? Yeah, that'll reduce the cost of the divide by 0 by 1. We find our Hullbreaker. Bit of a misplay there. I think we wanted to play the Fading Hope. Just because we can Hullbreaker and divide by 0 anything on the stack, whereas Fading Hope can't interact with anything on the stack. We do have a Revitalize, but it was better to keep the divide by 0 in hand there, for sure. Okay, he finds another wedding announcement. He has removal up. So we could play Geist Channeler and just Mascot Exhibition this turn. Or we could play Hullbreaker Horror. I mean, we would play Hullbreaker Horror on his turn. That leaves us only with Revitalize and Fading Hope to bounce something. He's definitely full of removal spells, right? There's no way he's not. Should we try? Let's try and goad out some of these removal spells from him. You also have a Doomscar as a backup. So once he gets through this, if he does, we have a pretty solid defense. Play one of these and reduce the Doomscar. I don't think that's necessary. More lands are good. We have 23 cards left in our deck. Is it possible he decks us? Definitely possible. So, if he totally taps out, we can end step Hullbreaker on his turn. I don't think he's going to do that. Doesn't seem likely. He may use removal on the 2/1 here. Okay, Path of Peril. She's going to wipe everything except for his Henrika. He's going to transform. Does he want to pump? He doesn't want to pump. Fortunately, this only leaves us with a Revitalize for the Hullbreaker. Does kind of suck. So next turn, what we might do is just board wipe. Get rid of the Henrika once and for all. He might have 2 Henrika, which is why he's only playing that over and over again. Let's see here. We'll go to the end of his turn. We don't have anything to protect the Hullbreaker except the Revitalize. And possibly whatever we draw for the Revitalize. Yeah, he did have another Henrika. Okay. So are we playing it now, or are we seeing if he taps out? Let's see if he taps out. I don't think he's stupid enough to do that. He must know that we have the Hullbreaker in hand, right? Okay, he's foretelling. I don't know what he's foretelling, to be honest. Let's try and get some removal out of his hand. He has 2 pieces of removal. We're obviously in trouble. He has grinded us down pretty good. A liar would be clutch here. So he has a Vanishing Verse. Miria's Call, okay. So we get rid of 1 piece of removal. We just kind of have to whittle down his removal, right? We don't have any spells now to cast with Hullbreaker. Do we think he has another Vanishing Verse? It wouldn't protect us against the Reduced to Memory anyways. Are we casting a Miria's Call here? We might have to. He could have another Path to Peril or a Doomscar. Okay, so we're looking for a liar. If he totally taps out, we can still cast the Hullbreaker, but he's not going to do that. Unless he's completely suicidal. Man. Definitely need that liar. We can't squeeze in the Hullbreaker because we don't have any cantrips for it. So even though we held back pretty well, it was a lost cause. We will double block here. I don't know why he's offering that trade. It could be because he has another Henrika. Or he just has a removal spell he's going to use on one of the 4/4s. It looks like he might have another one. Not sure what he has foretold either. Is he running Doomscar? He's kind of a creature-based deck, so I'd be a little bit surprised, but he was running Path of Peril, which kills only his own guys. Okay, he is going to tap out here. He's going to fully tap out here. That's fucking crazy. What the fuck? Well, Merry Christmas to me, I guess. Hopefully we draw another spell. We do. We don't want to return any of these to his hand. Okay. Questionable tactics, but good game. Merry Christmas. Have a good one, guys.